Yo, what's up, y'all? This Philosophical from the Rap Review Room, y'all. I just want to apologize for mispronouncing Roq. It's really Roq the Outsider. So anywhere you see like Roq the Outsider, that's me. I apologize. It's just a mispronunciation on my part. The correct pronunciation is Roq the Outsider. Again, really appreciate it. Apologize on my behalf from the Rap Review Room, y'all. It's pronounced Roq the Outsider. Enjoy the content, y'all. Yo, what's up, y'all? This Philosophical from the Rap Review Room, y'all. What's going on? What's going on? We got an album review from an up-and-coming artist. We got Roq the Outsider, called Release of an Outsider. Let's go ahead and get this review. Let's dissect this. Let's go ahead and give it its proper due, give it its proper flowers. Cut to the intro. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Again, this is Philosophical from the Rap Review Room, y'all. What's going on? I want to thank everybody that has liked and subscribed to the page. Continue to do that. I try to engage with all the comments that I can. I appreciate all the love and support you guys have reached out and done for this channel, y'all. All right. So, as I said, we got an album review. We got Roq the Outsider, the release of an outsider. His handles will be down in the description box. But I felt like this album was a little interesting, right? And I've spoken to him a little bit, hearing his story, seeing his freestyles. I'll get to that in a second. But this album was a little interesting to me, right? I wanna kind of speak on this, right? The definition, right? An outsider is someone who does not belong to or is not accepted as part of a particular group, community, or system, right? Hits the name, got Roq the Outsider, right? There are some influences, right? He takes influences from Atlanta and LA here, right? And this is his first album, right? So what I've said about, you know, artists, especially myself, other artists that have taken a long time to make an album, I take that as progression. I take that as like you're really taking your time and try to build. Making an album is just like writing a book, right? And some of his influences, Jay-Z, Eminem, Kid Cudi, and I do hear some like influences of this on this album. The way he's kind of flowing on this, the way he sounds on this, some of the beats, especially the beats, were very reminiscent of early Kid Cudi, right? And came across his page. We came across each other's page. He came to my page. I see his page. He's got 32 bar. Tuesdays, like freestyles, which I thought was really, really dope, man. He's a podcaster. But we're gonna break down this album review in a few moments here. But I wanted to break this down on far as like an outsider, right? When I spoke to him, we spoke a few minutes on it. He spoke on just being kind of like being from LA, also being from Atlanta, being an outsider, being not belonging to or accepted by the world. And it speaks of that on this album, right? I say that to say because I feel like sometimes when we go through life, things happen in life, right? Being a musician, being anything in any industry, you do get second chances, right? And I feel like that's exactly what this album is, right? The release of an outsider, right? You're given a second chance. You're finally, throughout your lifetime, coming to fruition on this specific project. You're given a chance to do something that took you so long to get to that. So we're finally here at this point, right? Um, the release of an outsider. Let's get to the track listing here, right? Previous singles he had out, right? Wonderful Day, Twisted Up, What Outsiders Do, right? We got 10 tracks on here, right? I want to say The Calm Before the Storm. Amazing intro. Amazing intro. I felt like it kind of described as far as like you're letting me know like the calm before the storm, right? You know how sometimes you speak on something, it comes to fruition, right? But it's kind of like it's calmed down, right? And then it comes and you're unexpected. So you're kind of settled, you're kind of sitting down on it, you're calm, and then when it comes, you're not expecting it, right? But the calm before the storm, dope track. Novocaine, that's my favorite track on this album, right? Novocaine, man. Not impervious to pain. I need a shot of Novocaine. That hook is amazing, right? Novocaine. You're basically, it's just like you taking like Novocaine to numb the pain, right? Again, this goes back to giving a second chance. Whatever you have going through life, right? Taking, however, some people cope with it differently, right? Novocaine in this respects to what he has going on, right? No, trying to numb the pain. Yo, what's up, y'all? This philosophical from the Rap Review Room. What's going on, y'all? If you would like your music reviewed here, whether it may be a track, an album review, or an interview, don't hesitate to reach out. I first ask that you subscribe here and also follow me on Instagram. Send me a message on Instagram. Let me know who you are as an artist, and we can definitely get your channel reviewed here. And this is a channel that promotes a lot of up and coming artists, whether it be a track, an interview, or also an album review. This information is also down in the description box. If you have any questions, definitely look down in the description box. But again, what we have going on throughout life, Novocaine, right? How we cope with different things. To him, Novocaine, right? Um, I liked what outsiders do. It was a line in there here I thought was real cool, real slick. Allergic to BS, so I keep a box of Claritin. I feel like that was real, real, real clever there, right? And again, man, he's speaking on what outsiders do in respects to he's calling himself an outsider, not accepted, not privileged, not a part of something, an organization. So what is it response to that? What do? We make it. We make us known to the outside world. Dope. Dope premise, right? So WOD freestyle, I really like this. Again, this shows a lot of the freestyles he's done on his page. Really, really dope. We're gonna be all right. I felt like also, I'm sorry. Another memorable line on WOD freestyle, surrounded by fake love, living a dream I can't wake up from. What a line. What a line there, right? Um, we're gonna be all right. I felt like this track was cool. I think the sound wise, right, for this track was a little bit off for me. 5150, he has expressed that this is one of his favorite tracks. Never Scared, I felt was like a departure from the other songs. I feel like was a really, really dope track. Never Being Scared of Doing, being an outside of who you are. It did Deeper Than Rap was also one of my favorite tracks on the album, also, right? Um, but I will say a couple things here, right? um i I like to hear progression from artists. I like to hear more from artists, and exactly, and I'm gonna be here to see what else we get from Roy here, right? I will say there are some influences of Kid Cudi, kind of the flow wise. I feel like, you know, continue doing what you're doing as far as like continuing to study, like develop the sound, continuing to develop your sound, right? Um, and I also feel like lyrically on here, there were a couple tracks I felt like you were fighting a little bit. And I like Twisted Up actually. I took that back. After Wonderful Day, it was Twisted Up. That was another main single here. I like Twisted Up. Twisted Up was very dope. I'm sorry I didn't mention that before. That was the 10th track, track 4. Apologize for that. But as far as this album, I sense the pain that you know you symbolized a lot on this album, and I clearly, 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 man. It's just one of those projects. I sat down, I listened to this album, and this is why I enjoy reviewing up and coming artists, because I feel like you're getting a certain concept, you're getting a personal life, you're getting a personal story from them. And I definitely felt that, man, just from the tracks like The Calm Before the Storm, 5150, Novocaine, Wonderful Day, What Outsiders Do, man. It's one of those things, a perspective of thinking as far as like when you feel like as a man, you're not given a second chance, and then you do something like releasing an album like this is a second chance, right? So I will say I enjoyed this project. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the concept. Continue on, continue doing what you're doing in this project, man. I'm going to be definitely listening to you. Love the freestyles, man. Love the content on your album, also, man. Really, really dope project. Definitely check him out. Definitely show your support. Follow him, Roq the Outsider. He's also got a podcast, the Outsider Perspective Podcast. Definitely check that out. Also, definitely was honored to appreciate the honor to be able to review this album, y'all. Um, definitely give him your flowers, give him a listen, support him, y'all. Also, really appreciate everybody that has liked and subscribed to the page. I try to engage with all the comments. Continue to subscribe. I'm on a road to 1,000 subscribers, y'all. Really appreciate it. And after that, we're on to new milestone, more goals. Really appreciate everybody that has engaged with the John Connor interview. Really appreciate that also, y'all. I'm philosophical from the rap review room, y'all. I'm out, y'all. Peace.